Alright guys, we're looking at some of these Arcade1Up pinball machines, and this one's my baby. I modded this one with tons of games, and now I want to put a custom screen in here. I don't want the winky dinky one, which is nice, but I want the full screen. So we got a specific monitor that's supposed to fit. This is kind of a hard mod, at least to me. I got somebody on Facebook helping me. Big shout out to you. We're going to open this monitor, tear it down a little bit, and then ask the guy on Facebook for the next step. We're going to try to do it all in this video. Let's go. So big thanks to Ben Michael James for helping walk me through this. Let's get started. I got that bag off it. So the monitor that they specifically needed me to get to make this work, LG monitor 32MN50W 32-inch. And I was trying to get one of the used ones on eBay because it's a way better deal, but they just weren't coming back in stock, so I went with the new one. Let's pop it open and tear it apart. It looks like a super thin monitor here, or a screen, so that's good. I'm going to start taking it apart by taking the screws out. We're going to have to update the screen with some software. Also, I ordered this kit. Pretty much it converts it so you can plug the HDMI into it from here. So lots to do here. There was only one screw on this thing right here on the back. And then now we got to pry this apart with the flathead. But we got to take our time and be careful. Just gripping it at the bottom, it looks like we have a success. This is off. Alright, once you get that back off, this will be laying loose on the front. That's the bezel, so take that off. We're also going to remove these and pull this off. And remove this metal frame, I believe. Let me confirm that. Cautiously and carefully removing this. It had some metal tabs pushed in. I guess some of these models have screws instead. But we're going really slow, exercising caution here. And I see a little adhesive. I'll just cut that. We don't want to be tearing nothing. Okay, we got it off. We didn't want to touch any of these. These seem to be important, so don't cut those. We got the pinball table open. We're removing the frame. We're now going to remove these 4 bolts, and this is going to enable us to lift it up. Also, we had to slide off this black piece that was on the bottom. It just pulled out and let it dangle there. Those bolts are removed, or screws. We're going to lift this, and this goes like this now. All right, now we're going to remove this piece right here. To remove this, I guess the screws are actually on the bottom, so we'll need to remove those. Okay, and then there's one back here we got to remove, so we'll go under, and we're going to hit there's going to be screws underneath it again. It's going to be little screws right there and right there to remove it. All right, now we're going to remove these white pieces, so the bottom ones, and this should pop off. All right, removing those white things allowed us to remove that piece. Now we want to loosen these bolts just a little on the sides. Not the leg bolts, but these bolts here. Loosen them just a little on both sides. I popped the screen in here, didn't matter which way we put it. And we kind of wiggled it around to get it flat. We slid it up a little bit because that's how they're telling me to do it. And we took the back off because we're going to work in here now. Now we put the front chrome on, so we got an idea what it'll look like and how far back we can push this black screen. Oh, might be able to go a little bit further back. There's a super long black piece that sat on the front of your table on the very front end. It was solid black. We got to put that board, which mine has a sticker, but yours is solid black. It was in front of on top of your pinball table in the very front under the screen. We got to put that on top of this board to keep this screen pushed upwards. Seems very difficult from here. I'm going to try though. Pretty much, I was trying to do it. I had to take the screen out again. So we're going to take this, place it in here. That's going to prop the screen up now. And now we can put the screen back in on top of that. Okay, that made the screen look 10 times better now. Now we're going to go in the back, and now it's set and even, looks good. We're going to wire this up, I guess. And now we're going to take our adapter we ordered. We're going to take this, and these red wires, they're going to face that white triangle. So we're going to plug it in there and make sure the red wires are on that side. All right, for this next part, you're going to need an HDMI cable. So take your HDMI cable and plug it into here. And now this is going to run to the back of the 32-inch monitor we installed in the pinball table. So we got to find that in there somewhere. We can do it. Okay, so I looked at the back of the TV. I took a picture earlier. So we're going to take this, which has a HDMI cable hanging out of it that we just did. And if you see that little blue thing in the back, there's an HDMI port sticking straight down by it. So I got to plug into that with this end. All right, we also got to unscrew some screws and take this silver covering off of the original box that's in the Arcade1Up. So this is what it looks like on the bottom. We're just going to unscrew some screws so we can access a spot to plug in this cord. So give me a minute to figure it out because I don't exactly know how yet. Okay, Ben from Team Encoder is telling me to bend the sides so it's flat like a plate, and then I'll have more access to what's inside. So we're going to bend these sides right here flat. That's what I've done here. Let me ask him what I need to do now. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to unplug this black wire, and then we're going to plug in this cord. But keep in mind what side the red wires are on, because that's important, okay? So for me, they're on the left side, upside down. He's telling me not to do it yet. He wants me to flip this over and unscrew the 4 screws. So we're going to do that first. Yeah, we got the 4 screws off this bad boy, so it's not mounted to that anymore. It was some work. Okay, so we unscrewed that. Now we're going to unscrew the switch because we don't need this metal thing. Ben told us that this metal thing just kind of cooks the board like an oven, so we don't need it. Bye. Okay, we're removing 2 cables. One was right here on this, and one was right here. We won't need those anymore, so we remove those 2. Okay, now we're going to take our little thing here that we ordered separately, and we're going to plug this in right on here. In this red cable, it needs to face this white plug, but it's going to go next to it like that. Like that. All right, now we're plugging our little HDMI cable cord that was coming out of this right here, and we're plugging it in back there by that blue thing right there. It was actually really easy. I thought it was going to be hard. Okay, now we're taking the AC plug that came with the monitor, and we're running it past the HDMI cord. Right behind the HDMI cord is the power plug, so you can see it there plugged in. Idea to run it through the back of the Arcade1Up door so that you don't gotta try to squeeze it out the side of the door. Okay, I'm gonna plug this hanging HDMI cable back into this now. This is the board that came with the Arcade1Up. All right, that looks good. All right, we just plugged this yellow, black, and red cord back in. It doesn't go down there, but right up there in the corner. It should be good to go. Turned on the pinball machine and got the blue screen. I heard we got to flip a plug back here possibly, or a switch, and that would be that one right there. All right, so we're booting it up now. Looks like it has a loading screen. The monitor is currently blank. So it's showing it here. It's not showing it on the monitor at all currently. Okay, if you got the TV that had the little dangly thing down there, that little dangly black thing right there, you might have to push it a few times to get the TV on the right source. Oh my gosh, this looks amazing. Holy crap. So now I just got to adjust this so it's not upside down. I'll see if I can do that without taking the screen out. All right, guys, I manually took off these chrome things and lifted the screen out, rotated it carefully. I didn't even take the wires out, put it back in, and it's perfect now. Now all I got to do is a screen patch. So Ben's going to help me with that. We can play right now, but it has little lines and stuff like that. So we're going to get that patched and be all set to go. Thanks for hanging with me during this installation how-to guide. And thanks so much to Ben. Couldn't do any of this without him. So let's keep going. This new screen in the pinball machine. Big upgrade here. Big upgrade. And we got all sorts of stuff like South Park. Okay, guys, that's all I got to offer for the screen patch, which is needed. You'll need to turn to Team Encoder. They got a special file you can download and make the screen super stable. I'm doing that right now. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. A thumbs up is really appreciated. And be sure to subscribe. Just search Team Encoder Pinball Screen Patch, and you'll be able to find the instructions and files very easily. Bye-bye.